Happy Monday. Yes, it is actually Monday. It's not Tuesday. It is Monday, and I've been working on my book all weekend. So I think I shared that I had written a book in 2008, and it just wasn't. Yeah, the spirit of it was not right. So I'm rewriting the book in a different spiritual context, and not in terms of religion, but in where I am in my spirit as I write this new version of this book. And so I decided in the process of rewriting that it is actually a companion memoir. So this is a tabletop book I'm leaving now. And this book is going to be the companion to that. This is actually the memoir I'm leaving now. And it talks about this divorce, but I'm talking about it from this place that I'm at where I'm just completely in such a different place, not just from when I wrote the book, but from when I even left this marriage. I am in such a different place. So last Friday, we had a hearing, and it was the first time I've seen him since I left, and it's in a Zoom room. He turns his screen on, and I'm like, I did not recognize him. Not because he just looks so different, but because I'm so different. I'm like, who is this guy? Who I'm so different. I'm like, Michelle, where were what was going on with you? And it's not about physical, it's just energetic. I'm just like so completely, now that I'm away, the misalignment, the disalignment, not miss, but the disalignment was just like in my face. So I took some notes that I added to my book just since Friday because I was like, oh my God. So one of the things that I wrote about was um, it was like, what am I fighting? What was I fighting for with this person? I had to really think, like, what was I fighting for? And what I realized, like, sitting here, when you're in a war or when you're in a toxic situation, you're fighting within a toxicity. So what you're fighting for are things that you don't fight for when you're free. And now that I'm free, I'm like, what was I fighting for? Not only what was I fighting for, but who was doing the fighting? Because that person that chose him is not me. When I looked at him, I was like, huh? Michelle, girl, right? And I promise you, it's not in it because I'm in a better place or I feel like I'm in a higher or self righteous or whatever place. It is literally, I don't have anything in common with this person. Like, he was funny. He's one of the most hilarious people I have to say I've ever dated, that I've ever just had the opportunity just to be around all the time. And I know I can't think of a day that went by that I didn't bust out laughing. And that is one thing about him that I feel like it was something I needed in my life. I needed joy. I needed laughter. And he is that. He will always be that. He is the funniest person. And really, just we traveled well together. He's a pleasure to travel with, right? And so there were things about him, but if I want somebody to make me laugh and to travel with, you don't have to marry him. You don't have to do all that, right? And so now I'm like, oh my God. So the person who I was fought for things that I don't have to fight for now. You know why? Because I am free. I am free. So when you're free, you're not moved by things that people make you laugh. Because you can get that anywhere when you're free, right? When you see yourself differently. You start to think about the value that you bring to everything. Oh my God, and my time. So when you're free, time is very important. So just even being in space with people that I'm like, yeah, you're nice, but I'm already an introvert. I already prefer my own company and to be by myself. So for me to move beyond my own comfort level of being with myself to spend time with someone else is not sensible. But also, I know that I bring something that if I'm not feeling the reciprocation, that means it's just one way. I've done that already. I don't want to do that anymore, right? So I'm really connecting with people and resonating with people based on this energetic reciprocity, and not just feeling good because I can make you laugh, or feeling good because I can lift your life, or feeling good because I can help you do this. No, we're not doing that anymore. But another thing that I've learned, I had to go back in my book and talk about vindication. I'll get my notes up here because I got little pieces of my book here. Oh, so vindication. I did not know how important it was for me to be understood. And first of all, if you're with a narcissist, that's not even their game to make you feel understood or heard or valued or that's not what they will, to the extent that it gets them something, but just as a point of, you know, making sure that you're well and that you're whole and you're okay. That's not what they're about. So here's what I wrote. When you spend all your energy trying to prove your innocence in someone else's false narrative, I could just stop right there. False narrative, you stay tethered to their chaos. I was constantly trying to feel like, no, I didn't say that. No, I didn't do that. No, that's not what I meant. Wait, calm down. So here I'm pulling from all my tools, all my communication tool, all my facilitation tools, all of my training tools, to try to say, hey, that's not what I said. That's not who I am. That's not what I intended. That's not what I meant. You end up playing the role they wrote for you. I'm going to say it again. You end up playing the role they wrote for you: reactive, desperate to be understood, still performing their version of truth. So all you do is ended up playing the game that they've already put you as the cast you in, or playing a role that they've already casted you in. So vindication feels righteous, but what it really wants is validation. What I wanted was validation. It was that part of me that still hopes someone will finally see through the lies and say, I believe you. I see you. Okay, I got it. I got it. But the real freedom, hello, the real freedom comes when you stop needing that. Look, I already know what the narrative is about me, and that I did this and that I did that, and I'm ruining his life, and I can't believe it, and she took this and she's doing. I already know. And for a long time, that motivated me to want to be nice, extra nice to family members or to people who reached out to me and all this, because I wanted to override the nonsense that he was saying about me. I stopped needing that. Real freedom comes when you stop needing that. When you decide you can live in truth without needing someone to confirm it. Because the truth doesn't need defending. Listen to this. It just needs living. You don't need to defend your truth. Live it. Let that be the thing. So I'm thinking through all of this, and I'm just saying, I now know. I know the truth. My only job is to live my life and live it in truth. And the light will shine and folks will see it, or it'll be too bright, or they may say, I don't like that light, whatever it is. But I've already tried to not be me and it didn't work out. This time I'm just going to try to be me from now on, and enjoy uh, this beautiful, amazing life that I wake up to every day. It's not always easy. Sometimes it's hard. Sometimes I'm angry. Sometimes I'm salty. Sometimes I want to be vengeful. But I know that that's part of that old toxic world that I don't traffic in anymore. So I don't have to participate in align who I am to toxicity. All right, that's it. Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing, amazing week. And just think through one thing that you can give up around trying to have somebody understand you who probably doesn't even intend to try. Or maybe they do, I don't know. But free yourself up and go do some things that prove the life that you are, the life that you are.